No! No! Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We actually have a tournament out here at Tenoroc today, located in Central Florida. So I'm very excited about this tournament today, because if you've been following the channel for any time, you know that I come out here to Tenoroc whenever I can. Just to give you some history of this area, because this is a unique area. This place was actually a phosphate mine back in the 50s, all the way through the late 70s, and then the state of Florida began to manage this area in the early 80s. And with that management, there are now 29 lakes that you can actually fish out here, all ranging from 5 to 240 acres. And it's just a beautiful area to fish. It's known for big bass, and it's known for numbers as well. So in order to do well today, we're at least going to need to be able to catch 85 inches, and the winner today probably is going to crack 90. I've been racking my brain on which lake to fish out here. I think I landed on a good one. Last weekend we pre-fished, got on a good pattern, and I think the potential to do well is out there. So we're just going to have to figure out what exactly they're doing today, get dialed in, and hopefully put some big ones in the boat. But this tournament is very unique because we're not all going to be on the same lake, so you could really live or die by which lake you're on. So I'm hope we pick the right one. We're currently waiting in line right now to check in. There are several guys in front of me, and the lake that I want to get on is actually limited access. Only like 3 or 4 guys are allowed on there. So hopefully there's still room on the lake that I'm wanting to fish. So we got to check in. First cast is at 6:30. Last cast is at 3. We got to be back at headquarters at 4. So let's get out there, see how we do. As always, y'all, I appreciate you watching. Now let's go fishing. Hey, good morning. Anybody out there yet?
No.
Perfect. A lot of them going to B?
No, they're spreading out pretty good.
Okay. Alrighty, sir. Appreciate you.
Have a great day.
You as well. All right, we finally made it out here. Let's see what we can put together. Had to make it through that line. Finally made it out here. It's about 6:40 right now, so we have a little over 8 hours to fish today. For some reason, I'm the only one out here on this lake. And remember, there are 29 lakes out here, and we have access to most of them, so we will see whether or not that is a good thing that I'm out here by myself. I got on a pretty good pattern out here last weekend, seeing if maybe they're chasing bait up shallow first thing this morning. Besides the gators. Out of here, dude. Out of all the lakes out here, I really like the way this one sets up during summer. Of course, there are 2 or 3 other lakes out here that are similar in nature, so maybe that's where they went. This lake has no grass in it, so this wood is what they relate to, and they also will relate to the bottom throughout the day. As it gets hotter, water temperature is already 83 degrees, so as that sun gets higher, they should push more and more to the bottom. But I want to see if I can catch a few First thing this morning on some reaction style baits. All right, moving on. Run to stretch shoreline. What are these fish doing this morning? I'm starting to get convinced that they do not want any reaction baits. They seem a little turned off right now. Spend just a little more time with the square bill, and if I don't get bit soon, I'm gonna pick up the hint and I'll start fishing a little more finessey. All right, it took a while, but we got the right bite. Sweet. That took a little longer than I wanted. He was barely hooked. We're gonna need everything to be at least 16 inches today with a decent kicker. This one should be close to 16. Long and skinny, good kayak bass. That's right where I caught one during practice. All right, 16 3/4. That is a great way to kick the day off. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad we got the skunk out of the boat with that nice one. I'm gonna switch up spots real quick. This area over here is pretty protected from the sun. Let's see if maybe they're pushed up against the bank where the sun hasn't hit it yet. Oh, wow. Well, the minimum today is 10 inches. It's probably going to barely make the cut, and that is not what we're looking for. Can't be picky for those first 5, I guess. All right, 11 inches. Thank you, buddy. Well, I guess that's number 2. He cannot be there at the end of the day, I promise you that. Come on. It's a better one. Ah, it's better than I thought. That might go 15 or so. All right, 15 and a quarter. Thank you, buddy. That was a pretty good one. I'm definitely happy to have that one to fill the limit with. Not going to turn it down, that is for sure. Number 4. $13. Thank you, buddy. All right, that's 4 down. Just get a new worm on here. Get back out there. Good old Zoom 5.75 June bug speed worm. Hard to beat it here in Florida. Well, that spot panned out. Able to pick up 3 real quick. Not the biggest bass, but kind of just built up the confidence a little bit. Looking for one more to fill that limit and start calling up from there. Those owner hooks are so sharp. It's probably just barely going to be 12. 12-incher, number 5. All right, well, that's the limit. We got a lot of culling to do. All right, we got a limit at 824. That's going to give us the rest of the day to upgrade, and we are definitely going to need to do that. We're going to give beating the bank maybe until like 9 o'clock or so. See if maybe we can upgrade some. But if we're not catching anything larger than 15 inches, then we're gonna have to go offshore and hunt for the big ones that have moved off. We're going to switch to the other side, give this spot a break. Try the old monster for a little bit. Spend some time offshore. Trying to locate the fish right now. This is what typically happens right around this time. I'm kind of working in between offshore and beating the bank, kind of see where they're at during this transitional phase of the day. But we're gonna point right into this wind and continue to kind of fish a hybrid of beating the bank and fishing offshore as well. Oh. That was a giant. Oh, that hurt so bad. That was a 21, 22 incher. That would have called me up 10 inches. That right there is what makes or breaks tournaments. Well, that is drastically different than what I just caught. Or I should say, what I just missed. I'm gonna have that bass jumping off right in front of that net. I'm gonna have that on replay probably the rest of the day. Oh, that hurt. I need to get my head back in the game. That right there was a game changer. Just like that. It's there and gone. It's good to know that they're in the area. But mistakes like that, that is what cost you from winning money. When a big one like that runs into your path, you've got to capitalize. Well, that'll get rid of an 11. Maybe about 14 inches or so. For some reason, they're still up shallow. Well, this will help me stop thinking about that 5-pounder that jumped off. For a few seconds, anyway. All right, 14 and a half. Thank you, buddy. How you doing?
What's up, Jeff?
Trying to find them.
Good luck. How many you got?
I got a limit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yes, sir. Doing all right? Is that Jimmy?
Yes, sir, it is.
What's going on, Jimmy? Yeah, I just dumped like a 5-pounder an hour ago. 21, 22 inches right there.
Really?
Yep. I'm still trying to get over it, so I have to talk about it.
There you go. I'm here to talk about it.
Well, tie on a June bug speed worm.
I got plenty of them.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been about, I don't know, 20 minutes since I've caught one. I've caught 7 or 8, and I missed that 5-pounder. That hurt my feelings. Like that potentially could have won me money just by big bass, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm rooting for you, Jimmy.
Nah, bro. I hope you go back and catch that 5-pounder, bud.
You and me both. Just a little midday update. The tournament's a little more than halfway over. We have just about 3.5 hours to fish. And so we really need to get some bigger bass in the boat. After I lost that giant, it's been really hard to keep my head in the game. I will fully admit that. But we were able to upgrade one time since then, and we need to start catching some 17+ inch fish if we're gonna be able to make a run at this thing, because our bag right now may be in the lower 70s, if that. So we need another 12+ inches to be anywhere close to competitive today. So we need to get out here, get some work done, and figure out what these big bass are doing, because we are quickly running out of time. So we need to dial in a pattern and put some fish in the boat. So let's see how we do. Golly. Okay, that's a better one. That one was barely hooked too. Oh man, these fish are trying to give me a heart attack. I don't know why they're so shallow. But that's another good one. That may go 17 and a half. It's not a bad one. 17 maybe, please. All right, that's another 16 3/4. Thank you, buddy. Now we have to get rid of a 13. All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, stay pegged, stay pegged, stay pegged. Please stay pegged. Oh, yes. That is another really nice one shallow. That one may go 17. That's definitely the healthiest one of the day. Well, that's all it takes is just a couple casts, and then the day can turn around very quickly. Okay, this one might just touch 17. All right, 17 incher. That just got rid of a 13. Thank you, girl. That was another good one. It is officially the afternoon. We have made up slightly for losing that big one, but we still have 3 hours left to fish. And for some reason, these big ones are up shallow. So I'm just swimming this speed worm back, and they're coming up and crushing it. We're gonna go and run back through our spot. This spot's about a 200-yard stretch. So every time we run through it, we wind up picking up one or two. Picking up that 16 3/4 and the 17 definitely helped me mentally. So now I'm a little more mentally engaged. Now we need to find some more 16, 17 inchers. Honestly, we need 18 plus inchers to be competitive. But right now, anything above 14, I will take. Small little guy. Little guy. Well, finally caught one on the bottom with the drop shot. Back to the speed worm. Okay, so I just did a little calculating because we're not using Tourney X this year, so I didn't know exactly how much I had as far as inches goes, but y'all already are aware of that. But looks like we're sitting right at an even 80 inches, which after that huge loss earlier in the day, I can't be too upset with 80 inches. And if I could get a 19 plus, that would put us right at that 85 mark, and that's what I thought we would need to be competitive. So we need one good bite. Guess we'll try to fish deep now and see if we can run into any. It's hard to know exactly how everybody are doing because some lakes can just be totally shut off and others could be really turned on, and this lake could just be somewhere in between. I don't know. On any other lake, 80 inches would put you in contention for potentially making some money, but out here at Tenoroc, 80 inches is not going to cut it. So we need to add as much as we can to our score over the next 90 minutes. One more big bite. One more big bite and we may just be able to cash a check today. It would at least make things interesting. Oh, stay pin, please. Oh man. Okay, well, that is a good consolation prize. Oh. If that one got off, I might have had to retire from fishing. I don't know if my heart could have taken it. Oh, on a drop shot. Whew. Well, that is definitely gonna call out a 14 incher. My drag was way too tight while she was pegged. On the old drop shot. Let's get you measured, girl. That should be well over 20, I would imagine. Whew. Alrighty, y'all. That is 20 3/4 right there. A beautiful fish. That definitely helped us out. I just got rid of a 14 1/4. Thank you, girl. There she goes. That just made things very interesting. I dropped that drop shot right on her head. They weren't beating the bank, so figured we would go offshore and And sure enough, there she was. Just under an hour left to fish. So that just put us in a very good spot. You might just be able to cash a check with that score, but if we could get rid of that 15, that would make me that much more comfortable. Got 10 more minutes. That ain't gonna cut it. Hey, buddy. Last cast. All right, that's it. Tournament is over. We managed to get more than 85 inches. So hopefully that puts us in contention to make some money. We will see. Alrighty, everyone, tournament is over. What a roller coaster of emotions. Losing that giant this morning really got me in a bad headspace for several hours until I started culling up later in the morning, and eventually catching that 20+ incher really got me in a good mood. And now we're sitting over 86 inches, and we at least have a possibility of making some money. In the beginning of the day, I said it was going to take 85 inches, and we wound up scraping together over 86 inches somehow. So at least we have a fighting chance. But this is Tenoroc. It's possible that 3 people cracked over 90 inches. You never know. Every lake is different, but we'll just have to see. But that just goes to show that you just have to keep your head down and keep fishing, and you never know what's going to happen. So right now we're heading back to headquarters. We got to see exactly how everybody did, and maybe we got in the top 3. You never know. But hey, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button yet, especially if you're a returning viewer, please do. I have several hundred returning viewers every single video, and if all y'all hit the like button, that would really help push this video out to more people. So if you don't mind, please do that. But that's the video, y'all. So stay tuned. Let's see how we did. It'll be a close one. So let's load up, head back to headquarters. As always, y'all, I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Wore him out. Dale did.
How did you catch?
I lost count.
Yeah, it was crazy. I caught like, here Dale, I caught these for you. Do you know what your math is?
86 and a half.
Oh, nice. I think you got me. I think I'm at like 75. Yeah, I think my biggest is only 18.
And I'm not changing my line.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I was able to get over most of it. But like I said, all my bites, I saw look.
10:30, I had 1 fish on B, so I
15 and a quarter, sir.
I had 0 but bites, but I mean, yeah, when I was like
16 3/4.
I sat into him and everything.
16 3/4.
It didn't move.
It helps when you take a lot of pictures of the same one, you know.
But just sat there.
let's see the time on
paddle
that.
over the stump. I'm taking them on the log down.
Oh, you'll see a full video, sir.
Beelines.
Oh yeah.
Fight them a little bit.
Posted here in a little while.
The boat think I got a good fish and everything. Gator head pop up.
17.
Means you're fixing to show me a big one, ain't it?
That's always fun.
He is.
It would have been a bigger one, apparently.
Yeah, it would have been a bigger one, but that one is swimming away somewhere. 20 3/4.
86 and a half.
Second place.
Yeah.
Seth. 86 and a half, but he had a bigger fish.
I hate that.
Good job. Dang. Good job, man.
Sure, that's right. Second. Yeah. There you go, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And first place, 87.25. Mr. Chase. It is, ain't it? And big bass,
Seth. Congratulations. 0.75, so he doubled up. Again.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
They had an inch more than you, but you got big back.
Hey,
It's fair.
that's a good consolation prize.
It's fair.